and action.
Welcome to GCN, Goop Central News, the show where we inform you on all the latest goop that's floating around in the economics world. This is Robert Schomer. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty and let's discuss some economics. Let's kick things off with some ka-ching, some moolah, some of that green stuff. Yes, I'm talking about money. Over to you, Gil.
Hello everybody, I'm Gilbert. Back to Rob.
So the first question of the day is, should employers pay men and women the same amount of money? Well, we're gonna figure that out. In 2014, the US Senate blocked the Paycheck Fairness Act, which would make it illegal for employers to pay unequal wages to men and women who performed the same work for the same job. The goals of the act were to make wages more transparent, require employers to prove that wage discrepancies are tied to legitimate business qualifications and not gender, and prohibiting companies from taking retaliatory action against employees who raise concerns about gender-based wage discrimination. Opponents argue that studies which show pay gaps don't take into account women who take jobs that are more family-friendly in terms of benefits rather than wages, and that women are more likely to take breaks in employment to care for children or parents. Proponents point to studies including a 2008 Census Bureau report that stated that women's median annual earnings were 77.5% of men's earnings. And in a recent poll, out of approximately 14 million people, 79% voted in the favor of equal pay. So what do you at home think about this topic? Tweet your thoughts with the hashtag Goopie Thoughts and let me know. Gil, take it away.
Hello everybody. Back to you, Rob.
Always good with the words, Gil. Next, we're going to talk about meth. We're going to talk about coke, heroin, the old Mary J, the devil's parsley, reefer, marijuana, all of these things which fall under the category of drugs. And the current debate is, should welfare recipients be tested for drugs? 5 U.S. states have passed laws requiring welfare recipients to be tested for drugs. Proponents argue that testing will prevent public funds from being used to subsidize drugs habits and help get treatment for those that are addicted to drugs. Opponents argue that it is a waste of money since the test will cost more money than they save. And in a poll of nearly 4 mil, 80% of you peeps said that yes, you should be drug tested before getting welfare. And personally, I believe that you should definitely be drug tested. If you can afford the stuff, then you ain't deserve no help from the government. What do you think, Gilbert?
Drugs are bad.
Always. To give your thoughts on the topic, DM me on Instagram at goop_gang_Rob. That's at goopgangrob. Woo! Man, all this economics talk has me drained. Gilbert, come take it away.
行者人我们谈谈脏好. For those of you that know Chinese, which is none of you, I just said, now let's talk about China. A tariff is a tax levied on an import and exports of goods and international trade. The U.S. currently trades over $590 billion in goods with China every year. In 2015, China exported $466 billion worth of goods to the U.S. and imported $123 billion worth of U.S. goods. The 2015 China-U.S. trade imbalance of 344% is a new world record. During the 2016 presidential race, Donald Trump proposed levying a 45% tariff on China and any other U.S. trade partner which violates trade deals through currency manipulation and illegal export subsidies. Proponents of tariffs argue that China breaks trade rules by subsidizing its exports, manipulating its currency, and stealing the intellectual property from the U.S. and other Western countries. Opponents argue that tariffs will cause a dramatic rise in the cost of goods for U.S. consumers and cause an unnecessary conflict with China. So should we, the United States, increase tariffs on imported goods from China? 61% of people on a poll of 40,000 people said yes, we should. Robert Glenn Schomer, thoughts?
Goopie.
You can never be wrong with that answer. And lastly, we're going to talk a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Actually, we're just going to talk about bits. Bitcoins, to be more exact. Bitcoins have become an ever-growing popularity in our country. So should the government classify Bitcoin as a legal currency? For those of you that don't know, Bitcoin is a type of digital currency in which encryption techniques are used to regulate the generation of units of currency and verify the transfer of funds operating independently of a central bank. Bitcoins are stored in a digital wallet, which is like a virtual bank account that allows users to send or receive Bitcoins and pay for goods or services. Bitcoin is anonymous, meaning that while transactions are recorded in a public log, the names of buyers and sellers are never revealed. But in this poll of about 2 million U.S. citizens, 82% said no. Bitcoin should not be classified as a legal currency. So we've gotten to talk a little bit about equal pay for the ladies, drug testing you welfare folk, tariffs on goods from China, and the Bitcoins. Be sure to tune in next week, right back here on GCN, to catch all the goop on what's going on in our nation's economics. This is Gilbert Velarde
And Robert Schomer signing off.
This is Gilbert Velarde
And Robert Schomer signing off.